Welcome to Israelites Doctrine for Dummies, where we break down the truth of the Bible so simple, even a child can understand it. Your charity helps generate the lessons needed to seal the chosen before the destruction. Godlogic is a Christian apologist and online content creator known for debating Hebrew Israelites, atheists, Muslims, black conscious groups, and other religious movements. He appears primarily on YouTube and social media discussions centered on Christian theology, apologetics, race and religion, biblical interpretation, and debates about Israelite identity doctrines. He is especially known in online debate spaces for arguing against One West/camp-style Hebrew Israelite teachings, racial exclusivism, and interpretations that limit the New Testament promises strictly to Israelites. In the Lecrae interview clip, he argues from mainstream evangelical Christianity that the gospel expands beyond Israel, that world means more than Israel alone, and that Matthew 28 universalizes the mission after Christ's resurrection. Introduction. Today, many people hear the words Hebrew Israelite and immediately reject the message before even hearing the scriptures. Why? Because modern Christianity has spent centuries conditioning the minds of the people to believe that the Bible is a universal religious book for all nations equally, instead of a covenant message centered on the scattered children of Israel. The result is that the lost tribes remain spiritually asleep, disconnected from their identity, heritage, and covenant promises. In this generation, whenever Israelites rise up teaching repentance, covenant identity, and the restoration of Israel, they are often mocked, labeled extremists, or treated as nuisances. Instead of examining the scriptures carefully, many dismiss the message emotionally because they have already been programmed by church doctrine and Western religious traditions. In the interview between Lecrae and Godlogic, this pattern can be seen clearly. Lecrae approaches the subject as someone still learning and unfamiliar with the depth of the argument, while Godlogic speaks with confidence and certainty from established church doctrine. But confidence is not proof. When Christ plainly says, "I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel," Matthew 15:24, that statement cannot simply be erased by denominational interpretations. Instead of dealing honestly with Christ's direct words, many modern apologists redefine terms, shift contexts, or spiritualize Israel away altogether. The scriptures repeatedly speak about the scattered tribes, the dispersion, the restoration of Israel, the throne of David, and the kingdom promised to Jacob's descendants. Yet mainstream Christianity often replaces these national covenant promises with a universalized religious system detached from Israelite identity. This lesson is not about hatred or arrogance. It is about examining whether the doctrines taught today truly align with the words of Christ and the prophets. As it is written, "He that hath an ear, let him hear." Part 1. The main error. One word, one meaning. Godlogic's biggest mistake is simple. He treats the word world like it can only mean one thing everywhere. That's not how Scripture works. In different passages, world can mean the wicked system, the nations, the land, the age, or mankind in general, depending on context. When you force one definition into every verse, you don't get truth. You get a gotcha built on confusion. So when he tries to use not of the world language to cancel lost sheep of Israel language, that's not doctrine. That's word trickery. Part 2. John 17. World is the wicked system, not Israel. In John 17, when it says the disciples are not of the world, the context is clearly the wicked order, Babylon's mindset, rebellious society, spiritual darkness. It's not talking about bloodline identity. It's not saying they're not Israelites. It's saying they don't belong to this wicked system. So the statement "not of the world" does not erase Israel. It confirms separation, Israelites living in a corrupt system but not belonging to it. Part 3. Matthew 15:24. Still stands. Mission target is Israel. Yeshua says plainly, "He was sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel." That's not an opinion. That's a mission statement. That means covenant restoration first, Israel first. When someone tries to dodge a direct sentence by dragging in another verse out of context, they're not clarifying. They're resisting the plain reading. And the Canaanite woman story doesn't prove equality. It proves order. Children first, mercy after, under the structure. Part 4. The children first, then puppies. Point proves priority. Even when Godlogic repeats the logic of the passage, children eat first, he accidentally proves the Israelite point. The Messiah's analogy establishes ranking. The children are the covenant people, and others approach for mercy. That does not mean they inherit the same promises or the same position. It means they receive what is permitted under Israel's covenant order. That's why using that story to preach everybody equal now is twisting the lesson. Part 5. The real problem. Crowd performance over clean study. Another red flag is tone. Mocking people. Acting like speed-searching verses is scholarship. That's not teaching. That's performance. Israel doesn't need entertainers with Bible apps. Israel needs disciplined men who can read context, compare passages properly, and keep the mission clear. If a man has to win by humiliation instead of clarity, he's not building disciples. He's building followers. Godlogic, you're trying to win a point by forcing one word to mean one thing everywhere. That's not study. That's a word trap. The Bible uses world in different ways, depending on context. In John 17, world is the wicked system, Babylon's order, the pride, sin, and rebellion that hates righteousness. So when Yeshua says his disciples are not of the world, he's not saying they're not Israel. He's saying they don't belong to the world's corrupt system, even while they live inside it. And that doesn't cancel the clear mission statement. Yeshua said he was sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's plain. That's direct. You can't gotcha. A direct sentence by switching contexts and pretending. World can only mean one thing. Even the Canaanite woman account proves priority, not equality. Children first, then others receive mercy under order. So the real issue isn't that the text is confusing. It's that you're trying to erase Israel's order by using a word game. Stop performing and start reading context. Shalom to the students of the Lost Tribes. Please support this work on Patreon and request a personal commissioned video lesson. A lesson can be produced for you on the topic you want, with scriptural breakdown and understanding. By supporting this work, you help build and strengthen the ministry. Your support helps with the time, study, editing, and materials needed to produce these teachings. Support the ministry. Request your lesson. Grow in knowledge. Patreon. Patreon.com/C/School of the Lost Tribes. Student, you have no excuse not to study. The Most High has called you, so do not ignore his call. If you do, you may lose the opportunity for salvation from captivity. Email me at schooloftheLostTribes@gmail.com, and I will answer your questions and send you a lesson on the subject. Shalom. Those who follow the covenant of charity and support the teacher of Yahweh are encouraged to give freely. Please donate. My duty is to compel the descendants of the lost tribes to study and to endure unto the end. You must study, because if you do not study, you will not know Yahweh. Study and worship are the keys to the knowledge of Yahweh, by which the servants of God are sealed in their foreheads before destruction comes. Without that knowledge, you will lose salvation. Sign up by email at schooloftheLostTribes@gmail.com. WhatsApp classes are available. Dear student, I write to you in sincerity and with concern for your walk. If you do not have a true teacher to serve under, you will not gain the full mystery of the kingdom of heaven. A man cannot come into deep understanding by his own pride. nor by tasting from many tables. The true knowledge of Yahweh is learned through order, humility, service, consistency, and charity toward the truth. If you eat from the table of Yahweh, that means you must learn from the teacher he has set over you. But if you are not consistent in charity toward that knowledge, then it shows that you never truly invested in Yah. Instead, you invested in worldly knowledge, worldly approval, and worldly gain. Because of that, the true knowledge of Christ can be removed from you, and you can fall back into spiritual sleep and be cast out. If you are ashamed to promote this truth, or ashamed to be known as an Israelite, then you are not fit to carry this message. What is hidden in your heart will be exposed. The truth is not for the ashamed, nor for those who want the world's acceptance more than Yahweh's approval. If you are afraid of death, afraid of suffering, or afraid of losing your life for the truth, then you are not yet standing in the courage Christ requires. Christ does not call men to cowardice, but to faithfulness. The fearful draw back, but the true disciple stands firm. To shrink back from the truth is to place yourself against the will of God. Therefore, wake up, be steadfast, be faithful, invest in Yahweh, not in this world. Hold fast to the knowledge given to you, walk in charity, remain under true teaching, and do not let the mystery of the kingdom slip from your hands. Only those who endure, who are loyal, and who are not ashamed will remain. You no longer have an excuse. If you're not planning to teach your family and your people, don't buy this book. This is not a book of personal opinion. It is a precision tool, crafted from the words of Yahweh, for one nation only, the scattered tribes of the children of Jacob. For generations, the truth of who we are has been buried beneath the weight of deception. False doctrines have sold a universal message that never belonged to the other nations, stripping the covenants of their rightful heirs and misleading the lost sheep of the house of Israel. This book is not the message. It is the delivery system. Like a box of sharpened blades, every page is designed to cut through the lies that have enslaved our people in spiritual bondage. This is for those who have ears to hear and whose bloodline traces back to the patriarchs. The scribe is not the author. Yahweh is. These are his words, preserved and compiled for his chosen. Go to Amazon, get it, use it, teach your household, teach your people. The blades are ready. The knife you need, crafted for your endurance and trials from the Most High, is almost here. This tool is forged to cut through the deceptions that have smothered the truth for generations, preparing you for sealing before the destruction. Title: The Curse of the Lost Tribes, for the Deaf, Dumb, and Blind Israelites, by Scribe of the Most High. Not a commentary, not a sermon. This is a scriptural toolbox, crafted for the lost sheep of Israel, those judged, scattered, and blinded by false doctrines. Christianity taught you lies. This book gives you the blades of truth to tear them down. Compiled by a scribe, authored by Yahweh, the God of Israel. Built for one people only, the descendants of Jacob. Use this tool, wake up, return, your time is near.